Man, today is a good day to do a podcast. And I'm going to tell you why to start this. I mean, I was going to start this for a while, but today is a great day to start this. And I'm going to tell you why. So, I'm up in Starbucks just chilling, people watching, writing some music, drinking my chai tea, living my best life. When this girl walks through the door, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking like, why does this body look familiar? Why does this structure look so familiar? I couldn't see her face, but I could see her structure. And I'm like, man, this thing is looking so familiar. Like, I know this person from somewhere. And I took a moment and I was just looking. And then I realized who it was. It was my ex. Like, she was still turned around. She was still facing the cash register. But I realized it was my ex. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to call out. I'm going to holler at her, see what she talking about. Just to see what's up with her, Just see what's going on in her life. I haven't talked to her in a long time. I'm talking about it's been a while. A long while, people. Like, I can't even remember how long it's been. That's how long it's been. So, anyway. So I shouted out her name. Yo. And she turned around and I could tell, actually before she even turned around, I could tell she knew who it was that was calling her. I got a very distinctive voice. I think I talk in G minor or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying what key I might be talking in. I don't know. But I know I got a very distinctive voice. And before she looked at me I saw her, because I know her and I know her mannerisms. I saw her reaction before she even turned around. Let me get myself together to talk to this fool today. Now, am I mad at her about that? No. To be honest with you, I don't even know what the terms were after we broke up. It's been that long. It's been that long. I'm trying to figure out if we were on good terms or bad terms. I really just don't know. That's the crazy part about it. But anyway, she came over, she came through. She hollered at the boy for a minute. You know what I'm saying? We caught up. It was a cordial conversation. It was cool, man. It was cool. It was actually great to hear from her. It was actually great to see her, you know what I'm saying? Last time I seen her, she was actually, I think she was starting school or she was in the middle of it. I can't remember, but she's like how she wanted to be she was going to school for medical stuff. And I seen her in her scrubs and all that. Yeah. And so I was okay. All right. So obviously she completed school, she's doing her thing now. You know what I mean? She got a son. She's doing her thing. It's good to see people. But the point being is wow. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting to see her up in Starbucks, you know what I'm saying? Because where we broke up at was in California, and you know what I'm saying? Right now I'm up in Washington, in the Seattle area. And it's man, I wasn't expecting to see that. It was good though, man. It was good. And one of the reasons why it was good is because maturity overall on both ends. Because if this would have happened 5 years ago, how long has it been? 4 maybe? I don't know. 4 years ago, the Ron back then and the her back then. I don't even know where the terms were at. Like I said, so if she didn't really want to talk to me back then, she probably would have turned around yo, why are you even talking to me? And then that would have got a reaction out of me back then. And I'd have been yo, I ain't really want to talk to you anyway. I just wanted to make sure that was you. And then we probably would have been up in Starbucks acting like two damn fools, right? Probably. We would have been up in Starbucks acting like two fools 4 years ago or however long it's been. And just the fact of that I can actually say that I matured and that she matured, and to see that was actually one of the good things. That was one of the best parts of the entire conversation. Really, it was. Man. She was looking good though. She was looking good. Not to say that I would try to go back. Not to say that she would even take me back, but you know, like I kind of moved on since then. Kind of been in between a few women since then, you know? Maybe too many, but a few. So that's kind of how my first EP was written, because of all the things that was going on between the breakup with her, the maturation of me, and trying to find life in between all that. Like, you know, that's what The Love Addict was about. I know a lot of people hear it and they're like, man, this dude was like heartbroken. This dude was dealing with some crazy chicks. Man, this dude was dealing with a lot. I mean, I was, but the whole perspective is what I was going through that grew who I was. Like, it was like the seeds was planted and it grew me. Like, it made me come back to doing artistry. Can I use that word, artistry, as a musician? I guess. Like, anyway, it brought me back. That brought me back because in 2017, like, I was in a place where I didn't know where to go or what to do. Like, I got an excellent job. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got an excellent career field. You know, I am doing pretty well. It pays me pretty damn well. Actually, it supports most of my music. Like, you know, I can pay my mortgage. I can build my own studio in my house. I could go to film school, which I was doing. You know, I'm back in acting. All that brought me back to me, because the last time when I was making music, I'm gonna say seriously, because like 2009 was like my last song, but I'm gonna say the last serious music that I made was in 2007, right? And actually, wait, when did I meet her? 2008? It might have been 2008 when I met her, the ex. But the point being is that from that time, I was trying to be a completely different person, and I kind of stopped acting. I kind of stopped doing music. I kind of stopped doing photography. Oh man, I was a hell of a photographer, bro. Anyway, actually, I still am, because I still be up here taking pictures every now and then. Photos, my apologies. Back then, when I was in college and we was doing photography, if you said somebody was taking pictures, that was an offensive term, because that pretty much just made you a guy with a camera. Pretty much, you was the guy out here that had a camera in his hand to ask some girl to take some naked pictures so you can get in that way. That was the term for you. You took pictures. You didn't take photos. You took pictures. But yeah. But anyway, it brought me back to all that. All the little quarrels I had. All the little girls that I had in between. Whoa, time out. Take that back. All the women that I had in between. I don't want nobody coming out here trying to hunt me down for some crazy stuff, because I said the wrong term. I meant women. Mentally, they were little girls. But then again, mentally, I was a little boy. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like I was 120% like I'm the man. Nah, I was growing, but all that came back, and I had so much good material to give to y'all on my EP. It was going to be an album, but I didn't know how I wanted to do it. Just getting back into, you know, music, just getting back into writing, you know, just getting back into recording, just getting back into sound engineering and composition and all that, man. I didn't know how I wanted to do it, so I wanted to take my time. I wanted to bring it out slowly but surely. I wanted to give it to you right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I wanted to do. But seeing her today reminded me. It was like nostalgic. Like, it was crazy. And I'm not saying like our relationship, because we did do some crazy stuff. Like, straight up and down crazy. If you've been in a relationship and you ain't do no crazy stuff, I ain't talking about like fighting and stuff like that. I'm talking about like crazy stuff. Like, y'all are a bad influence for each other, but in a good way. Like, doing things in places that you ain't supposed to be doing. And I was in the military. Well, I still am in the military, but at the time I was in the military and we was doing things in places where, let's just say, if they caught us, they probably would have thrown me in the brig, bruh. Your boy would have been in the brig. That's where I would have been. I'd have been in the brig. It's all good, though. But anyway, all that gave me the material to come back to be the artist that I was. Because the artist who I was before, I don't know who I was. Like, I was going back and I was listening to a song that I made in 2007. And the song was called Do Your Thing. And I mean, I had some bars on this song, but I wasn't really rapping about anything. The hook was just like, do your thing, do it. So I'm going to do my thing, do it. What was that? Yo, what was that? Like, I'm like, yo, what are you even talking about? I was really drawing back then. What was I talking about? Really? I'm just still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure out who I was back then. Like, everybody was like, man, yo, Ron, you definitely should have kept going with music. Nah. I'm glad I didn't. Because if I'd have been going, I'd have been stagnant as hell. I'd have been just running in place. I'd have been on a treadmill. I wouldn't have been going nowhere. Like, listening to the music back then, I think I had a couple of dope songs. I did. I'm gonna have to dig these up and put them on like waveform and MP3 and like put them out, I guess, because they on like CDs. Yeah, bro, I've been around for a while. We was rocking the CDs. actually, but I was thinking like, man, the growth is amazing. The things that happened to me was amazing. Because I was out here drawing. For real. After me and her broke up, I was out here drawing. It was women that I knew I shouldn't have been even trying to talk to. But I was out here doing it just cause. And then every time I had a bad circumstance, I was like, well, I wonder why that happened to me. Dumbass. Why did that happen to me? I don't even know. I know now, but back then I'm like, I don't even know. Why did that happen to me? What? This shouldn't be happening to me. Nah. I shouldn't be dealing with her. She's crazy. And I know a lot of women out there that don't like the word crazy. Because you're like, if you say a woman's crazy, then that means you're crazy. Well, you know what? You're right. I was crazy as hell. But the point is I wasn't out here trying to burn down nobody's apartment. Yes, that happened to me. Yes. That's what the song Nightmares is about. If you ain't listen to Nightmares, you might want to go and listen to Nightmares. Because that song is a real live story. I think the only part in that story I exaggerated a bit, just a tiny bit, was about the gun. Oh, no. She really had the gun. She really came up in the house that day with the gun. The apartment, I mean. She really came up in there with that thing. She was ready to go. She was ready to take me with her. If she couldn't have me, then nobody was. I'm still trying, like, yeah. How I got myself out of that situation. Like, I remember the sequence of events. But overall, how I got myself out of that situation, I don't know. I really don't know. I really want to know, like, how did I talk my way out of that? Man, I think I was probably supposed to be gone. Long gone. Anyway, the point being, that song is from a situation that happened, right? That song is real. And you know what that means? That means that makes my music real. I'm not saying I wasn't making real music before 2007 or up to 2009. I was. But I just didn't have the life experience to put that oomph on it, to put that to put that smack down on a song the way I want to do it. You know? That's what I wanted to do. Man, I'm so glad. Like, it's crazy because I was thinking like, man, ...2009 and 2017. 2017 was officially when I came back to music. That's when I put that pen back to the pad. Yeah, started writing. Actually, I actually stopped writing on the pad now because I was talking to my homeboy and he's like, man, you got to get your lyrics out on iTunes and Spotify and stuff like that. People want to see that. Sometimes people might be a little bit confused about what you're saying, but if they see it written out, then they actually might get it. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I had to stop writing on pen and paper like I'm stuck in 1989. I mean, I wasn't old enough then. Shoot. Either way, but the point being, even in 2002, when I first started actually doing this, Google was a baby. Yes, Google. People, I'm not that old. Neither is Google. Google was a baby. I think I was actually still using Ask Jeeves in high school. You want to find something, you better ask Jeeves, boy. You better ask Jeeves. Google, what's that? I still remember that. Because Yahoo was the joint. Like, Yahoo was the joint I was going to back then. Like, yo, Google? I still don't even remember when I got hip to Google. All I remember is fast forward to like 2008, 2009, and I'm Googling everything. Google is a verb now. Google it. When did that happen, man? Everything just happens so fast and just changes on you, man. Life. Life happens, man. And it happens for certain reasons. I should say, not for certain reasons. It happens for certain things. For certain reasons. Right? Like me stopping music. I mean, back then I was thinking about like, yeah, I was acting. I was taking all these classes. I was acting. I was rapping. I was doing photography. But was I good at them? I think so. I think I was pretty good. But what does good get you? I don't know. But I think the experiences in my life have me making great songs now. Now, when I think about Love Addict, the first EP, all these songs I did, I never even put out an EP, a mixtape before. It was just, oh yeah, let's hit up the studio, me and my boy Bjorn. Yo, let's hit up the studio. I got a song I want to write. Let's put it out. I got some stuff I want to spit. Let's do it. Back then, the term was lay it down on wax. It was still the computer age. It's still digital. We were still doing that, but the term was put it on wax. I think that's just because that was just the term that everybody was using. It's tradition. Put it on wax. I'm not even that old though. That's crazy. Like, I'm thinking about the technology jump. I was talking about Google a moment ago. And how that just popped up out of nowhere. I think Google started in 1998. 1998. Now I'm thinking about back in 1998. I think I was 1998. I was 13 years old, about to be 14 in 1998. I remember having Confessions of Fire, Cameron's first album, on a cassette tape. Now I ain't saying no names and I ain't snitching on nobody, but my boy went up in Sam Goody and stole that joint from me. I remember that, yo. It was crazy. We was up at the mall. This is when I was living with my grandmother, right? And we was up in the Shore Mall. This when I'm living in Jersey at the time. We was up at the Shore Mall. Sam Goody was if you wanted music, For all you younger people, if you wanted music, right? If you wanted something like you had a specific genre you wanted to listen to, you was in your house and you're like, man, I know this song. I heard that on the radio. It wasn't let me go on iTunes and click on this. Nah, you had to go. Well, first of all, if you had money, which we didn't, obviously, you had to have some money. Go up in Sam Goody. Maybe, okay, let me take that back. Like I said, we didn't, right? I ain't snitching on nobody, but we ain't had no money, right? Because I remember him saying he don't even like Cameron like that. Nah, he's kind of garbage. Oh, but you want that? I got you. All right, cool. Whatever. I'm thinking my man's, because he was out there doing some things to get a little bit of money, I guess. I don't know. So I'm thinking, he gonna hook your boy up. We boys, he about to hook me up. No, he comes out. Right? We hop in the cab. We go back to my grandma's. He's like, yo, I got that camera for you. Right? Pulls it out his waist. Crazy part was he pulls it out like it was a banger. Hold up. Yo, chill. Yo, put that thing away. That's what I'm thinking. He about to pull out on me. Yo, chill. Put that thing away, man. Anyway, he pulls out this Cameron cassette tape. Pulls it out. We pop it in. And I still remember I had my little boom box back then. Yes, people, 1998, the boom box was still the John. Because that's the year 50 Cent came out on DJ Clue. If you wanted to hear new music back then, new rap anyway, right? Before the whole album came out, before the single hit the radio, or before you had to call up, what was the name of that show? The Music Video Box. Right? Before, you got it from Clue. I mean, Envy was out there. Envy, Red Alert, Who Kid? Yeah, Who Kid was around. He was still kind of new then, but he was around. Who else? The point being, man, if you wanted to hear something, if you wanted to hear some music, if you wanted to hear some new exclusive, it was no YouTube. This is the means that we had to go to. Nostalgic. And I was like, damn, you went way off the topic about the ex-girl. Nah, man. This what it is. It's nostalgia. Made me think about how far I've come. Made me think about how far music has come. Made me think how far we have come. You know what I'm saying? We've been moving. And in this world, if you not moving with it, you gonna get left. It's crazy, man. You gotta be on it. But today was a good day. I don't care what nobody say. I want some of y'all to think. Can you really sit up there and say if you seen your ex today, it'll be a cordial conversation? I really need you to think about that one. Let me know what you think, man. Hit me up in the comment section. Holla at your boy.